Hello, beautiful, amazing individuals out there. Today, I would like to talk about slowing down. By slowing down, we can actually make quality work, or quality anything really, if we truly wish to do so. By allowing ourselves to stay in the present and slow down to what truly the flow, the rhythm of this presence is. If you follow the rhythm of all of mankind, we will just be pushed. But if we slow down individually and find out what is important, we can start to make adjustments that is more to the favor of both ourselves and to others. It is important to start with ourselves, because when we do so, we can become more in tune with how we operate out to the world. It is never too much to be oneself, especially if it is authentic. I rather be myself and be a little too much and be as enjoyable as I still can, even though people might look down on that for some reason. To be oneself, to be authentic, to be truly in sync with what we ourselves have gone through, worked through with our own powers, and found out who we are in this world. This is quality work. It requires certain steady rhythm to finding out who we are, the ups and downs, the flows and the ebbs, and find out where we are strong and where we can strengthen ourselves. With a loving heart, with an outshining moral and ethical loving heart. That not only that motherly feeling, but also in combination with that fatherly instructional feeling. It is a combination of kind nurturing with a little strict love. We know that strict love is still love, that little discipline that wants us to be better, that wants us to become something more. There is always someone there to guide and support us, if we only open our heart to it. They are always around giving us inspiration to what to talk about, to what to focus on, to what is really important. To be a human being in the highest sense of the word. We so want ourselves to be only animals, or to be mechanical, or to have something that degrades us or reduces us to something we are not. But any views of life that have a viewpoint like that is a lie. We are human beings, spiritual organism that is changing and forming based on experiences and what we are going through and what we feed ourselves. We are changing our body, and every 7 years we are not the same as we were 7 years ago. Every single cell in our body have changed. But we are still something. We can still see where we come from. Our soul remembers all of this. And through soul and spiritual work, we can also bring the physical to a healthy position, to a healthy, loving, curious, and disciplined position of life. But not disciplined in cold discipline. It is a loving, you would love to do it. You would love to do this work because it brings about a certain acceptance, a certain nod of acceptance from the higher beings. The higher beings are very, very strict in who they choose to help and watch an extra close eye upon. and constant work and effort is required. And they protect and they guide as long as we keep on this narrow path, the path of love. Today's age is the path of love, true love, not getting and falling in love with someone willy-nilly, or don't get me wrong, falling in love is a beautiful, beautiful act, but true human love for all of mankind and for this cosmos and whatever falls upon us, a certain compassion for all. And to cultivate it daily, moment by moment, in a quality matter. Take your time and observe and contemplate and speak to yourself about different matters, even discuss with yourself and argument with yourself. Because you're not truly argumenting with yourself in the regard that you think you are. You are actually taking up topics and matters that you would speak to others about. And you discuss them in a healthy and loving and in a way that allows for a reality, that allows for deeds, for action, that allows for physical change through deeds, through living, through being and doing. By grabbing a hold of all of these different ways of, different lenses of seeing life. Because we often choose only one lens and stay there and let everything else wilt away. But we need to be sharp in every area of life. When we are sharp in our observational skills, our senses, our thinking, feeling and willing, everything around us is possible and it enhances all around us. It is not the world necessarily that changes, it is our capability to see the world that changes, because we sit with our plant and let it grow with the right nourishment, the right focus and attention, and the right love. By doing so, it will grow correctly, and it will grow under the supervision of the divine, under the true guidance of the divine, because what we cannot see when we try to look forward, we have to live in the faith of the divine. We have to live it in faith and give it hope. If we say, oh, I can't trust that, I have to do everything myself, it often ends up in catastrophe. So it is required to have a little faith, a little sitting in the moment and see what happens. Even the discomfort, even the pains that shows up in our consciousness, in our bodies, have a purpose, to strengthen us, to test us, to see our resolve. You have read the book of Job, right? Of course, he will never go that far in these days and ages. Never. But he always do these small tests for us. How much effort are we willing to put in? How much are we willing to give of our time, effort and energy, of our attention? The more we give of our attention and our consciousness and our love, as I have said earlier, is what we are getting back in reflection. So if we focus on everyone else and every trouble in the world, instead of focusing on what we can achieve to ease these troubles, we will never go anywhere. We will always have our attention away from our plant. Our plant is wilting, but taking back to the plant so it can grow healthily to shine out to the rest. So it can show the others it is okay to be this loving plant with these beautiful colors. Our soul is not grey and colorless. It is beautiful and shining out, and it is hope, it is love, and it is remedy, a salvation, a healing, the hope. And every day do this, every day fall back into this feeling, fall into this feeling of hope and of quality and of wanting to do right by the divine, by humankind in its true sense, not by its super sense, what is it called? Not superstitious, super sensible, surface level, by its surface level standards, but by its deep inner unfoldment of spirit and soul and love. I am saying love many times, and I will say it many times more, because it is the feeling of the word I am putting out. And for everyone that have the capability of truly feeling the word understands what I'm saying, where I come from. Thanks everyone. May the divine guide us further on this path, and may we be stronger day by day, giving more and more quality work and more love for what we do and what others have chosen to do. Goodbye. Thank you all and love you.